Welcome on board Valkyrie. We are Mark and Cynthia. In 2020, we sold everything to chase a dream, cruising America's Great Loop. Starting from Buzzards Bay, Massachusetts in May 2025, we set off on a once-in-a-lifetime journey exploring 6,000 miles of North America's waterways, canals, lakes, and rivers. We are inviting you to join us out here, somewhere on the water, and experience our loop right alongside us.
Welcome on board Valkyrie. Thank you for joining our journey as we explore America's Great Loop. In our previous episode, we left Fenelon Falls, known as the Jewel of the Kawarthas, and cruised across Cameron Lake to Balsam Lake. Balsam Lake, if you remember from our previous episode, the highest point on the Trent Severn Waterway. Here in Balsam Lake, we anchored, we floated in our floaties, we watched a seaplane come into Lake. It was magnificent. But in today's episode, we switch gears and leave beautiful Balsam Lake and head through some of the most narrow and shallow areas of the Trent Severn. Stay tuned.
Tiny little bit of fog this morning. We're leaving our anchorage in Balsam Lake. We spent 2 nights here. It was fabulous. Highly recommended if you're comfortable with anchoring.
Good morning again.
Good morning. Where are we headed this morning, Captain?
We're going to go through some tiny little crack called the Trent Canal. It's literally a tiny little ditch.
Tiny little ditch.
And we're going to drive our boat in it.
Well, we're getting an early start because it is such a tiny little ditch that it's kind of a one-way road. You don't really want to meet anybody while you're...
Around.
Mark just did a security call on the radio, alerting any concerned traffic that we are coming through. It's beautifully spooky. You wished you could just put your autopilot on? Is that what you said?
That'd be nice. Just, Cooper, you go ahead and drive the boat.
Well, it's shallow through here and rocky on either side. But the tree line, it kind of gives you like, go here. You know, you see like the tree line, and it's like a straight shot.
Yeah, and then right down the middle with this like hazy, foggy, then you get like an extra runway right in the middle here.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty rocky as you can see, so there is no room for boats. I don't know if you can see it through the trees reflection in the water, but yeah, you don't want to meet anybody through here. We caught our stabilizer fin the other day, so we're really hoping we can stay smack center and not catch anything on anything today. No. Oh no, there's rocks like right there. It is definitely narrow. You want a straight line shoot this. Right down the center, right where the trees meet. That little bitty space.
Did I mention it's shallow?
How many feet of water are you in?
4.6 plus 2.
4.6 plus 2. We draw 4.
Yeah.
So we have 2 feet of water underneath us.
Yeah.
We have 2 feet of water underneath us. It is spectacular through here. I mean, I'm not driving a boat in 2 feet of water, but holy moly. This is just amazing.
As we exit the narrow channel in our way to the Kirkfield Lift Lock, the second highest hydraulic lift lock in the world, with a lift of 49 feet, we have to pass through Mitchell Lake. Mitchell Lake was created during the construction of the Trent Severn Waterway in the late 1800s, and as a result, it is quite shallow, with a maximum depth of 10 feet.
Okay, part 2, long stretch. Itty bitty little boat space. Itty bitty little boat space. I'm up here on the fly bridge. This is so narrow. Look at our boat. We are like over the treetops. We are over the trees. Kirkfield Lift Lock. It opens at 9. It's just about 8 o'clock. Whew, we got through that narrow channel bright and early. No issues. Yay! So we just walked down those stairs. Our boat is up. And we just walked down these stairs and we're just checking things out.
The Kirkfield Lock is the second highest hydraulic lift lock in the world, only second to the Peterborough Lift Lock. This lock is situated at the highest point along the waterway. It is also the first lock down since Trenton. Please note that your markers have changed, so we have flip-flopped the red and green, so make sure you pay attention.
The wall is going down. Might want to go port side. Yeah, just because of the wind. I got a green light.
There goes the other one. It's Monday. Just like that. Can't go anywhere backwards. Thank you.
No worries, 6 miles to the next one.
Thank you. 6 miles to the next one.
As we leave the Kirkfield Lock, we enter a very narrow canal on our way to Canal Lake, so a security call was in order on the VHF. Canal Lake is located approximately in the middle of a Carden alvar, a type of grassland habitat characterized by thin soils and sparse vegetation on top of limestone bedrock that is only found in a few spots in Ontario and around the world. The Carden alvar supports unique assemblages of species including more than 230 bird species, 450 plants, and 140 butterfly dragonfly species. Canal Lake was created during the construction of the Trent Severn Waterway in the late 1800s, and as a result, much like Mitchell Lake, it is quite shallow. Canal Lake has a maximum depth of 15 feet.
It's pretty shallow through here. We just went through the Kirkfield Lock, which was another bathtub lock, which was a pretty decent decline today. We went down in elevation. Whew, we've crossed the hurdle. There's a hole. There's a hole. We're going through a hole. They keep calling it a hole. So we're going through a bridge. It just is a photo op, they say. So it's right there. We're going to be going through it in just a few minutes. So I'm up on the fly bridge. See if I can't get a good picture.
The Canal Lake Concrete Arch Bridge was designated a National Historic Site of Canada in 1988. It is the earliest known reinforced concrete bridge in Canada. After its use on the Canal Lake Concrete Arch Bridge, reinforced concrete became the primary building material of other major canal structures along the Trent Severn Waterway National Historic Site of Canada, including the Rosedale Lock and the Bobcaygeon Dam.
We're going in. Another narrow stretch. And this will bring us out to Simcoe Lake.
No, well, not quite, not yet.
Not yet.
No, this is
That sign says 10 kilometers to Lake Simcoe. I was pretty excited. I thought we were going to be there on the other side of this little narrow area.
These next 5 locks are in the Simcoe region of the Trent Severn Waterway, including locks 37 through lock 41. Did you know that the Trent Severn Waterway was broken down into 4 regions? The first region is the Trent region from lock 1 in Trenton through lock 18 in Hastings. The Kawartha region, lock 19 at Scott Mills through lock 36, the Kirkfield Lift Lock. The Simcoe region, which I just mentioned, the next 5 locks that we'll be doing over a stretch of 4 miles. And lastly, the Severn region, which is lock 42 in Couchiching through lock 45 in Port Severn. Lock 37 is the deepest manual lock on the Trent Severn Waterway.
We're coming up to lock 38. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning, and the last lock, camera got pretty hot and shut itself off, so let's see what we get this time around. The front camera is shut off, so hopefully this camera won't overheat and we'll get some sort of footage of going through locks. But at this point, you've seen us go through a lot of locks, so I think you got the gist of what's going on. We are going down in elevation at the Trent Severn now, which is a positive motivation to keep moving forward, and that there will be an end to the Trent Severn at some point. The doors are opening on lock 38. Wow, they're loud. So we have a mile to the next lock, and then there's like boom, 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 3 right in a row. So we are leaving lock 38, and I'm going to shut the camera off, and we'll catch you at the next lock. Alright, we are at lock 39, and it is 11:30 in the morning on July 14. The front camera is being emptied, so we do not have a front camera view, and hopefully the camera doesn't get too hot and shut itself off for this view. Well, here we are, lock 39, our 1, 2, 3, 4th of the day. Okay, 11:45 a.m. and we are coming up to lock 40. Camera card. This last morning, which is possibly our last lock of the day. So it's been a very busy Monday morning. We should be hitting Lake Simcoe after this next lock. And then we are going through the Narrows and hopefully getting diesel, right? Maybe. Anyway, I can't say what the future holds. I just know we're headed to lock 41. Just about 12:35 and we have had a very busy morning and we are headed into Lake Simcoe.
Lake Simcoe is the largest inland lake in southern Ontario and a significant source of drinking water for hundreds of thousands of Canadians. And although it is a picturesque, beautiful, scenic lake, please be aware of the weather before you head out, because on a windy day, fetch could cause for uncomfortable crossing. Also, the markers tend to be very far apart from each other, so please pay attention to your navionics or aqua maps or GPS and be safe.
We are on Simcoe Lake and it's coming up to 1:45 and Mark has been busy calling around for diesel prices for tomorrow, and he's been looking at the navionics and he's, bless you, picking out a spot for us to spend the night. We are not following the tribe and going to Aurelia. We are coming up to some islands here and we are going to anchor for the night.
We're coming up through the Narrows.
Okay.
Okay, we're not quite there yet, but we're getting there. So we're gonna come up through the Narrows, and then everybody is coming over here to Aurelia.
Oh, okay.
And then we are gonna go to anchor in one of these two spots on Chief's Island.
Okay. So what's the Narrows?
It's just a narrow spot with a bunch of marinas and a whole bunch of heavy traffic there.
Okay, because we've been through some pretty narrow spots already today.
This is just congested with a lot of boats.
Okay. The water is beautiful. It's kind of a greenish hue, but you can see right through to the bottom. Not very deep here. Right? I can see through to the bottom. And this is called the Narrows. Look at the boats out here today. It's pretty shallow in there, so we're not going in as far as all these smaller boats, but we are going to be anchoring here. I'm probably whipping this camera around too fast. But yeah, people are standing up in there. What a great anchorage for smaller boats for them to come.
We are winding down our day here on Valkyrie on America's Great Loop. It was a fabulous day on the Trent Severn Waterway. We started early before 7 a.m. to get through some very narrow and shallow areas as we approach the Kirkfield Lock, the second highest hydraulic lift lock in the world. It was very exciting to also go through 5 other locks in a 4-mile stretch of the waterway. I apologize for the camera issues that we had and that I don't have the best footage for you today regarding those 5 locks, but I can tell you that the scenery was amazing and you just took the whole day slow and easy, and really Lake Simcoe was just fabulous. Just make sure you're aware of the weather before you take off. This anchorage is beautiful, swimming, and the most amazing sunset. Tomorrow is going to prove to be another exciting day as we are tackling the chute. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be so nervous about that. But that also is very historical and totally worth sticking around so you can see our 60-foot boat conquer the chute. Thank you for watching our journey. We really appreciate you through all the good and the bad of my video taking. Stay tuned because tomorrow's going to be great.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Our Loop. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned because there's lots more to come. Thank you.